They say that the Megalodon went extinct 3.6 million years ago, but it seems like there's still been some sightings. Like in 2022, footage was shared of the bottom of the Mariana Trench that showed a huge shark swimming around, which many are claiming is a Megalodon. Some believe this footage, which has emerged after being filmed in 2018, is proof that the sharks are not extinct. Now, the footage shows a shark swimming over what appears to be an abandoned shark cage. Then, as the camera jolts upwards, the beast's terrifying white eyes are clearly observed. An estimate of the shark's size was made based on the dimensions of the cage, and the footage was reportedly shot by Japanese marine biologists. It was apparently filmed a mile down beyond the reach of sunlight in the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of our world's oceans. Now, one person commented on the video, "Our oceans are huge and there are vast areas that are still unexplored. I wouldn't be surprised if there are Megs still out there." But others say this creature is simply a common sleeper shark, which can survive at least 2,000 meters beneath the surface. But it makes sense to me that this beast would be way down there though, and regardless if it is the Meg or not, that shark is huge and terrifying. Now, recently, a satellite image has gained lots of attention on TikTok as users claim that a huge shark-like shadow that can be viewed beneath the ocean's surface is in fact the extinct Megalodon. One TikTok from an account dedicated to creepy and unsettling sightings says, "The following video is footage from a satellite. When you zoom in, it appears to look similar to a shark." Now, the video proceeds to zoom in to the shadow and compare it to the size of a 40-foot yellow bus, emphasizing the size. Now, the image has many viewers convinced that the extinct species exists. "Humans had to adapt to all world disasters repeatedly. Why do we think it'd be impossible for animals to adapt?" reads one comment. Another commented, "They're absolutely still alive. The ocean is quite deep and we've only explored 5 to 10%. People keep saying we would have found a Meg or two by now, but do you have any idea how little of the ocean we have discovered?" one commenter added. Now, the satellite image was captured by NASA and initially caused huge concerns as it looked like an oil spill. Whilst investigating the believed oil spill at the time, after the satellite image was zoomed in, that a shark-shaped shadow raised eyebrows. Now, almost 10 years later, it's still not clear what the shadow was, but it is clear that there's still speculation on it if it is in fact a Megalodon. Now, according to the New York Post, researchers studying sharks in the Northwest Atlantic were awestruck after picking up what appeared to be a massive 50-foot Megalodon on sea scanners underneath their boat. On a recent shark research trip, we were all amused to see this shape appear on our fish finder for several minutes. Researchers wrote regarding the sinister shape detected in undisclosed waters. Now, according to the outlet, they initially mistook it for a Megalodon. Now, according to Fox News, the Atlantic Shark Institute shared the image captured on its fish finder to its social media accounts, saying researchers estimated the apparent Megalodon to be quite large in size. Based on the length of the image, we estimated the Meg to be about 50 feet long, weighing in at 40 tons, the ecstatic researchers wrote. Now, the screenshot of the fish finder depicts the detailed image, which appears to be in the shape of a giant shark. If you look at the image, you can easily make out the dorsal fin. Does the Meg exist? The organization asked. But now, according to Fox News, their excitement that the monstrous sea creature had returned only lasted a few minutes, as the shape turned out to be something entirely different. It turned out to be a school of fish. Or was it? And in 2020, a huge shark was spotted that had massive injuries. The shark, estimated at 16 feet long, was seen off the seaside town of Chatham on Cape Cod. A side-by-side photo posted the next day on Facebook showed it was nearly as big as the research vessel. Underwater footage revealed the apex predator was covered in scars and even missing a few parts. The tip of its dorsal fin, the fin that sticks out of the water, was gone, and several inches of its caudal fin or tail were missing. Now, 2 large slices were also visible in its tail, suggesting that the shark collided with the whirling propellers of a boat motor. Not only does it get the award for the largest shark seen this season, but it also gets the title of gnarliest injury, the conservatory said on Facebook. This isn't the first time the research team has observed sharks with boat injuries though, but even with this type of injury, the shark's behavior was normal. The shark's size captivated social media after photos by aerial photographer Wayne Davis showed the ominous silhouette was nearly nearly as long as the research vessel. Among his photos was one of scientist Megan Whitten peering into the water at the shape more than twice her size. Now, several thousand people reacted to the photos on Facebook, calling the shark humongous and repeatedly quoting the classic, "You're gonna need a bigger boat" line from the movie Jaws. And finally, a video posted on TikTok in July 2023 shows a giant shark thrashing at the bottom of the ocean eating prey. Now, we don't really know too much about what's going on in this video, but it's captioned, "Scientists find the Megalodon in the Marianas Trench." Now, is it credible? Who knows? But it is a giant shark and it appears to have some scars on the underside of it. Could that be from battling other sea creatures for food? It wouldn't surprise me, as Megs were known for fighting, so it could be. All I know is that it's scary. I mean, imagine seeing something like that in real life. I would cry. A megalodon has been found in Antarctica and people are going crazy. Now, in July, NASA sent a team of 13 researchers to Antarctica to research melting glaciers, but it appears that they got more than they bargained for. They were stationed for 3 days at the Tulu Research Center, and a man named Arthur Harrison was said to be in charge. He was an experienced researcher and he specializes in glacier melting rates and rising sea levels, so he was perfect for this expedition. Now, everything was going well, but on the 4th day, one of the researchers, named Jacob White, was examining a glacier and found a huge 75-pound cod in the ice, which is extremely impressive. It was then determined that this fish had been preserved in the ice for around 500 years. Then on the 12th day, they were finishing up their research where they needed an old ice sample. Now, to do this, they needed to use machinery to drill deep down into the ice. After about 30 minutes of drilling, one of the researchers found a 5-inch shark tooth that claimed to be a megalodon's, which is pretty cool as these sharks' teeth are huge compared to normal white shark teeth. Then they continued to drill, and about 45 minutes later, the crew made another discovery. They saw a huge black area in the ice. They thought that it could have been some sort of animal, so they kept drilling to find out what it was. Turns out, it was a 54-foot-long megalodon encased in the ice. It then took them about 4 hours to see the whole thing, and it was perfectly preserved, and it looks like he just got frozen in the ice and couldn't escape. The researchers estimated it to be 4.3 million years old, and what was done next is unknown, so who knows what they did with this creature, but the fact that they found it was just crazy. Now, this isn't the first find of a megalodon, or at least its teeth, being found in modern history. On Christmas Day in 2022, 9-year-old Molly Sampson got the best Christmas gift. Molly excitedly wore her brand new insulated waders to go shark tooth hunting like professionals, Molly's mother Alicia Sampson wrote on Facebook. Now, Molly, accompanied by her father Bruce and her older sister Natalie, left their home in Prince Frederick to hunt for treasures in a bay near Calvert Cliffs. By 10 a.m., Molly made a discovery most fossil hunters only dream of: a 5-inch long megalodon tooth. Now, the tooth was found in knee-deep waters, so thanks to her new waders, Molly was able to retrieve the rare find. Now, the family shared the news of Molly's prehistoric fossil on Facebook, writing that they were pretty sure Molly is feeling like this is the best Christmas ever. Now, Bruce told Fox News that he was shocked by his daughter's once-in-a-lifetime find. Now, for Molly, who has collected over 400 fossils in her lifetime, this wasn't her first megalodon tooth, but it is her largest. Her previous discoveries have only been 1 or 2 inches long, and Molly and her family then took the fossil to the Calvert Marine Museum in Solomons to see what more they can learn about the megalodon tooth. There, paleontology curator Stephen J. Godfrey said the tooth is likely 15 million years old. He told Molly that the shark that her megalodon tooth belonged to was probably a young teenager between 13 and 15 meters long. Now, this is an incredible find. Now, recently, a satellite image has gained a lot of attention on TikTok as users claim that a huge shark-like shadow can be viewed beneath the ocean surface is in fact the extinct megalodon. One TikTok from an account dedicated to creepy and unsettling sightings said the following video is footage from a satellite. When you zoom in, it appears to look similar to a shark, and the video proceeds to zoom in to the shadow and compare it to the size of a 40-foot yellow bus, emphasizing the size. Now, the image has many viewers convinced that the extinct species exists. Humans had to adapt to all world disasters repeatedly. Why would it be impossible for other animals to adapt? Read one comment. Another commented, they're absolutely still alive. The ocean is quite deep and we've only explored 5 to 10%. People keep saying we would have found a Meg by now, but do you have any idea how little of the ocean we have discovered? Now, the satellite image was captured by NASA and initially caused huge concerns as it looked like an oil spill, but whilst investigating the believed oil spill at the time, after the satellite image was zoomed in, that the shark-shaped shadow raised eyebrows. Now, almost 10 years later, it's still not clear what the shadow was, but it's clear that there's still some speculation on if it is in fact a megalodon. And footage from a huge shark prowling the ocean floor has divided opinion, as some argue it proves that the prehistoric beast still exists. The clip, which has re-emerged from 2018, shows a shark swimming over what appears to be an abandoned shark cage. Then, as the camera jolts upwards, the beast's terrifying white eyes are clearly observed. Now, an estimate of the shark's size was made based on the dimensions of the cage, and the footage, reportedly shot by Japanese marine biologists, shows the behemoth illuminated in the vanishing blackness. It was apparently filmed a mile down beyond the reach of sunlight in the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of our world's oceans. Now, one person commented on this and said, our oceans are huge and there are vast areas that are still unexplored. I wouldn't be surprised if there are Megs out there. Now, another said, I think they went deeper into the seas like the giant squid, which is why we never see them. But other people who saw this video say the creature is simply a common sleeper shark, which can survive at least 2,000 meters beneath the surface. But it does make sense to me that the Meg would be way down there though. So that's all for our list today, but hey, maybe the Megalodon is still out there lurking around in the deep sea.
Want to see more videos like this one? Check out this video next. It's all about mermaids that were captured on camera. Pretty intriguing, right? So what do you think? Is the footage real or fake? Click the video now to find out more and let us know what you decide. What are you waiting for? Click the video now.